What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from my parents' kitchen. This is season 3, episode 33 of Joshua's Proximity. Man, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, comment on this post, man. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, on my Facebook wall, I said this week was going to be the week that I reveal my top 50 players heading into next year's NFL season. I'm going to get to that in this episode, and also the upcoming NFL draft. But I just want to give you guys a little feedback just real quick. This past week, as a matter of fact, man, me and my homeboys won our bachelor weekend for myself in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it was everything and then some, man. Man, first time I ever been on a helicopter. There was a lot of first time things that we did when I was out there, man. And, you know, I took some things that I took away was time. You can never replace time, man. I was telling a couple of my homeboys when we was just walking, man, like, bro, we're not in jail. We're alive. Even if we don't have enough money in our pockets to do whatever we want to, man, like, we still have opportunity and we still have life within us, man, to go out there and go and do what we want to do, man. So, you know, if you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, man, just be happy that you're alive because somebody else didn't wake up today, man. You have another shot, another opportunity at life, man. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get married to my lovely fiance, Janice Darcel Wilkerson, future Mrs. Edwards. We're going to pop off this year right, man. We are going to be wealthy. We are going to be healthy. We are going to be faithful. We're going to be a blessing to others, man, and then some, man. And, you know, we're going to follow the example that Christ has led for us. Hey, man, we can't go wrong. So let's go ahead and just transition, man. Let's talk NBA playoffs now. There are a couple teams right now that really don't belong in the postseason, if we're just being quite frankly honest. The Pelicans. They're going to get swept against the Phoenix Suns. Suns are already up 1-0, but they play tonight, and it's going to be another slaughter. The Utah Jazz, man. Now, my thing with the Utah Jazz is, if I'm Donovan Mitchell, if I lose to this Mavericks team without Luka Doncic, without, dang, I can't think of the other dude, the other guard, I am leaving Utah. I don't give a damn about the max deal. I don't give a damn if you throw me $175, man. I'm already sponsored by Adidas. I already have my own signature shoe within Adidas. I'm trying to win, man. In Utah, every time somebody gets their hopes up, what do? They go and let them down, man. This team right now is a team that a lot of people expected at least to make it to the second round, man. And if you go out in the first round without Luka Doncic and you're struggling to beat those guys, you deserve it, man. So the Jazz, the Pelicans, even the Nuggets, man, they don't stand a chance against the Golden State Warriors. I was expecting at least one game that the Denver Nuggets could win. After what I saw last night, the Denver Nuggets have zero shot of winning at least one game. They're out in 4 games. You can stamp that. You can book that. You can write it off or whatever you want to do. And let's talk about the 76ers, man. At what point are we going to start holding James Harden to some standard? Now, one of my homeboys, D Brown, he was one of my groomsmen, one of the guys that went with me to Vegas. He is highly critical of James Harden. James Harden is 32 years of age, but he looks like he's 38. If we're just being quite frankly, he's been awful within his last several weeks of the final regular season and even heading into the playoffs. 14 points, going 1 for 15, 4 15, 4 12, 4 13 from the field. It's not going to get it done. Now, as the 76ers, you went and you bet the house that James Harden was going to be the second best player on your team. And if we're being honest, he's not. Tyrese Maxey is definitely the number 2 right now on that team. But that's not something that you expected out of James Harden. We're talking about a former MVP. We're talking about a guy who was in MVP discussions for at least 4 straight years. He should have at least won 2, you could argue. And he was frying up Giannis Antetokounmpo and saying, hey, man, I wish I was 7 foot, run and dunk. It takes no skill. Well, what the hell is your skill at, man? Where the hell is James Harden's skill when it comes postseason, man? He is a perennial loser, D Brown. He is a perennial loser. You know, a lot of people were saying that, you know, Chris Paul was the reason why the Rockets couldn't get over the hump. Man, hell no, bro. It's this guy right here, James Harden. The James Harden that's 32 years of age. The James Harden that wants to go and party after a loss. The James Harden that wants to spend most of the time living a nightlife. The James Harden that doesn't really work out that hard come postseason, if you ask me. After the season and after the championship, I don't believe he's one of those workout warriors, and it's starting to show. It's starting to show tremendously. And since we're still talking basketball, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just give out some of my predictions. The Bucks, they are going to come out the Eastern Conference again. You know, the Nets, they're just way too top heavy. I don't think I've seen anything like this where just two players. One, they're doing a lot of solo basketball. Even when LeBron James is playing with Kyrie Irving, there wasn't a lot of one-on-one game going on, if you kind of get where I'm coming from, man. I don't believe that the Nets can sustain what they're doing. They play tomorrow night. They're down 1-0 against the Boston Celtics. They might be able to beat the Celtics just based solely off of those two superstars, but they're going to lose against the Bucks. The Bucks are coming out of the Eastern Conference, and it's not even close. It's going to be the Bucks versus the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Nets, they don't stand a chance, man. And it wouldn't surprise me if they lost to the Celtics, actually, in 7 games. But if it goes 6 games, if it goes 7 games, the Nets might etch it out. But I can definitely see the Celtics, you know, pulling an upset. So on the East side, I think that the Bucks versus the Heat will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And it has to be the Suns versus the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Last night, what we saw from Golden State is very reminiscent of the 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 Golden State Warriors. That death lineup. It's more potent now than when they had back in 2014 because Jordan Poole, he can come out and give you 30. Andre Iguodala, if we're being quite frankly, he would come and give you, man, maybe 10, 15 points, 23 on a good day, but he can't shoot the ball like Jordan Poole. Poole can do it from all areas of the floor, man. He can hit you outside. He can get to the cup. He's going to dish it, man. He's going to finish with either hand, left or right. This team right now, if you ask me right now, the Golden State Warriors will win the NBA Finals, man. I think it's going to be the Golden State Warriors versus the Bucks. Or, as I stated in a couple episodes ago, man, I can definitely see a rematch between the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, my only concern with Golden State is their big man. If somehow the 76ers come out, who's going to stop Embiid? If the Bucks, when they come out, who's going to stop Giannis? Because Draymond Green, he's not going to be able to do it. Now, Draymond Green against the Suns, he may not even be able to hold DeAndre Ayton in the post if we're being real. So I definitely I don't want to go with the rematch, man, because everybody's going for the rematch. So I like the Warriors versus the Bucks in the NBA Finals. Heat versus the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And in the Western Conference Finals, the Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. All right, man, let's just transition just a little bit. Now, as I just was talking about earlier, man, we went to Vegas, and there was a lot of first-time things, man, going down in Vegas. The NFL Draft is actually happening in Las Vegas, man. It was my first time seeing Monday Night Football trucks line up on the street in the back of hotels and everything. They're ready down in Vegas, man. The top 10 picks goes Jags number 1, Lions 2, Texans 3, the Jets 4, the Giants 5, the Panthers 6, the Giants again at 7, the Falcons at 8, the Seahawks at 9, and the Jets again at number 10. Now, as everybody knows, I am a huge Carolina Panthers fan. I'm a diehard Carolina Panther fan, through in and through out, but I also love the game of football. The Panthers have 1 pick in the first 3 rounds. and it is the 6th pick. If I am the Carolina Panthers, there's two things I can do here. One, either you trade back and you get more draft picks because you do not have a second pick and you don't have a third round pick in this year's draft. So you can either go back and trade, maybe get the 13th pick or something like that and fall back. Or if you're going to stick by your guns at that 6th pick, if I'm the Carolina Panthers, I go offensive lineman. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, offensive lineman? Josh, y'all need a quarterback. Nah, you're probably right on that end. That's why I said they can either trade back and get a quarterback in the later end of the rounds. Because there's reports that the Lions, they might be looking for a quarterback. The Texans definitely need a quarterback. The Seahawks definitely need a quarterback. Hell, the Falcons even need a quarterback. But the thing, and even you could even say the Giants as well. But the thing with the Carolina Panthers is, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I believe Sam Darnold is okay. Now, he's not a guy that's going to take us to the Super Bowl, but I believe if we build up the line around him, I believe that he'll have better decision making. I think Christian McCaffrey will stay healthy if we go and get a supreme left tackle from Alabama. We already know that the Jags are definitely going to go lineman. Either they're going to go defensive lineman or offensive lineman, Hutchinson or the guy from Alabama. But the Panthers, we need somebody that's stout. Now, I went to the Panthers game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Cam Newton didn't have any time to throw the ball. We put in Sam Darnold. The fans, everybody was booing Sam Darnold. He still didn't have enough time to deliver the football on time. So it's not necessarily a quarterback issue. It is a quarterback issue, but there is a bigger concern at the offensive line position, if you ask me. So if I'm the Panthers, if I'm the general manager, there's two things. If I'm going to go quarterback, do not go with Buddy Pickett from Pittsburgh with 2 gloves. We've already had a quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater that wore 2 gloves. We don't need another quarterback with 2 gloves playing the quarterback position for the Carolina Panthers. So either trade back or go for Malik Willis or an offensive lineman. And that's what I think that we should do, man. I think the first 3 picks, the Jags are definitely going lineman. The Lions, I can see them going quarterback. The Texans definitely need a damn quarterback. The Jets, maybe another skill position. They need some more help on the outside. The Giants, they could go lineman as well. They need somebody that's going to uphold Saquon Barkley, somebody that's going to protect Daniel Jones. And then if they want to at the 7th pick, then that's when they could go for a quarterback. But I don't think that they should reach that high at number 5 for a quarterback, man. I think they should go lineman at 5, lineman at 6 for the Panthers. And then if the Giants wanted to, they could go back and reach for a quarterback. The Falcons, they just need the best talent available at the time. Seahawks, quarterback, Jets, best talent available at the time, man. Those are the top 10 picks. We're going to revisit it next week, man. We're going to have a special guest on here. We're going to talk all things NFL draft and leading up to the draft. But now, it is the time that everybody's been waiting for. My top 50 NFL players heading into next season. Now, I dropped my top 50 in my chat with my homeboys, and they were like, ew, this top 50 stinks, man. How did you forget Blase and Blase? So I went back and I made a couple of adjustments. It was a couple people that was like, damn, bro, how the hell did you leave him off, Joshua? But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, we all know that this is a quarterback-driven league, so you can already imagine what the top 10 is going to look like. But at number 50, let's go David Bakhtiari for the Green Bay Packers. He's come out for injury, but I still think he's a top 50 player. Number 49, A.J. Terrell. He was locked down all season this year. Number 48, Xavier Howard, man. He's another top-tier cornerback, locked down. He's going to, if his hands touches the ball, it's getting intercepted. 47, Fred Warner. 46, Bobby Wagner. At 45, we're going to go A.J. Brown. He might sit out because he's looking for a new contract, man. But 45, A.J. Brown. 44, Budda Baker. I think he's a top-tier safety in the league. 43, Tre'Davious White. 42, Darren Waller. 41, Derwin James. I believe he's a top 3 safety. You can debate that. Number 40, George Kittle. A supreme tight end talent. Number 39, Michael Parsons. Now, it was just his rookie year, but the dude is legit. 38, Tyrann Mathieu. 37, Justin Jefferson. At number 36, Ja'Marr Chase. Now, the only reason why Ja'Marr Chase isn't up higher because I believe that the other receivers ahead of him are just a little bit better, and I got to see it at least for one more season. Number 35, Alvin Kamara. Number 34, Khalil Mack. 33, Darius Leonard. I believe personally he's the best linebacker in football. 32, the highest paid corner in NFL history, Denzel Ward. 31, Joey Bosa. 30, Nick Bosa. Got the Bosa brothers back to back. 29, Kyler Murray, man. 28, Deebo Samuel. 27, a guy that's going to eclipse the guy that just got paid, Jair Alexander. 26, Mark Andrews. 25, DeAndre Hopkins. 24, Zach Martin, all-world guard, Hall of Fame player. 23, Marshawn Lattimore, another supreme talent. 22, the best left tackle in all of football, Trent Williams. 21, Tyreek Hill. 20, Stephon Diggs. 19, the King, Derrick Henry. 18, Jalen Ramsey. 17, Devontae Adams. 16, Matthew Stafford. 15, Jonathan Taylor. 14, Cooper Kupp. 13, Lamar Jackson. 12, Russell Wilson. 11, the best tight end in all of football, Travis Kelce. 10, Aaron Rodgers. Now, the reason why Aaron Rodgers does not crack my top 5, top 7 is because he just cannot get it done in postseason for whatever reason. So at number 10, Aaron Rodgers. Number 9, a guy that I'm going to rock with to the end, Joey B. Now, a lot of people was laughing at me when I said, well, I'll be wilding for taking Joey B over Lamar Jackson. But he proved everything that he was this year, leading his team to a Super Bowl. Number 9, Joe Burrow. Number 8, the best lineman in all of football, Quentin Nelson. It's not even close. Number 7, T.J. Watt. Number 6, Tom Brady. Number 5, Myles Garrett. Number 4, Justin Herbert, a supreme talent. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 2, A.D., Aaron Donald, all day, all decade, all world, all Hall of Famer, Aaron Donald. And at number 1, of course, you got to go with Patrick Mahomes, man. It is a quarterback-driven league, and Patrick Mahomes is head and shoulders better than any other player in the National Football League. So I'm just going to revisit my top 10. Number 10, Aaron Rodgers. 9, Joe Burrow. 8, Quentin Nelson. 7, T.J. Watt. 6, Tom Brady. 5, Myles Garrett. 4, Justin Herbert. 3, Josh Allen. 2, Aaron Donald. And the number 1 player heading into next year's NFL season is Patrick Mahomes. Hey, man, I'm just glad that we all stuck around for this episode, man. My top 50 players heading into next year's season. Oh, my goodness, bro. I cannot believe it. And, yeah, man, here we are, man. I'm so excited to have my bachelor party, man. Me and my fiance are actually about to tie the knot, man. She had her bachelor party down in Miami, but that's besides this point, man. I love you guys. Top 50. It is out now. We're going to label this episode Top 50 NFL Players Heading into Next Season. Joshua's Proximity. We out, baby.